So nobody said, or at least I didn't realize, there'd be math. Now, I can't tell you exactly what I was thinking. I guess at the time I just thought that, oh, you know your ohms and voltage and and that's it. There's just no theories you learn about your code, right? From your NEC, whatnot. Oh, that's easy. It's a lot of math. This is a lot of math. Uh I'm I I just didn't know it's going to be so much math. But the big things, of course, and I had the tape measure. I realized that I rarely use a tape measure the way it's supposed to be, and I may not be the only one, but many of you can maybe identify that those little tiny lines on there. Oh, they confuse the mess out of me. And so now, obviously, being in the trades in which measurements are extremely important, I have no choice but to study. So I have gotten my fractions down as far as the tape measure is concerned. So you got your 1/8, the 16ths, the quarters. I get that part. And you probably hear my dog, so I got a little Frenchie over here. What I realize is that there's going to be some areas that require to add and subtract fractions. And I don't know if anybody, I'm sure people relate here, but I was not a fan of math, not at all. It's not something that I enjoy doing, uh, but it is something that is obviously required. I always thought I may not be the only one as far as algebra was concerned. I just thought, well, it's not something that I'm probably going to use in my real life. I didn't use it when my career before, so so it was definitely a shocker that I would have to use so much of it. The main areas that I feel like I'm kind of struggling the most in, or at least I have so much more to learn, are with what they call conduit bending. We talked about that before. Um, that does require a good amount of understanding your measurements, making sure that you backed it off so you can make room or make a consideration, for the bend, whether it be a 90 degree, a 45, a kick. These are all things that, I just didn't realize how much I'd be looking at as far as fractions and measurements were concerned. How I didn't realize this, I can't tell you. But I have found that it's important for me to really get back into that. I've been using Khan Academy to learn fractions, to go back to that. I This is going to be a short video, but I just have to say, if you are an older person, as we talked about, this is the old man's journey to journeyman. But be prepared that there is going to be a lot of math involved, fractions in particular. I haven't gotten into protractors and all that sort of thing. I'm so far away from that, I can't even. I did want to say I really appreciate everyone who is, sending comments, taking a look at the videos, that sort of thing. I'm trying my best to be as consistent as I can be, kind of about my thumbnails and that sort of thing. Try to bring content as much as I can, as I can make stuff that's relevant. Obviously, I can't tell you how rewarding this has been so far, especially where I'm at with things. Like I said to you, I really appreciate you all reaching out to me here. I think that my average time of people listening to this babbling of mine is around 6 minutes or so. So let me see if I can shorten that down. Even 6 minutes, it's about 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm going to try not to take all your time up, at least on this one. It is something that I wanted to share with you all about just what you're going to be dealing with, when it comes to math and being an apprentice electrician. I've actually got the opportunity now to study up, make sure I'm prepared when that next contract comes through. And I do have another interview. Pray for me, folks. But I do have another interview for in next week, or actually week after next. Next week, I think it's in a week and a half. And it's a company that's close to me. Like I said, pray for me. I really need to get back to work. I'm my applications and doing all these things. I'm actually going to do another video in which I kind of show you all what I'm doing in the meantime to keep my sanity while I'm waiting for that contract. Of course, it's me trying to really beef up and get prepared mentally and physically to to go back into my next apprenticeship. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there. Like I said, it's a short one, but I just thought it was kind of funny. I was thinking as I was doing, learning and going through and trying to. I've got like little worksheets and stuff that so I can see the lines on the tape measure and be able to see them quickly and be able to know immediately. Oh, it's 2 and 3, two and 1/8, or 2 and 8/16. Oh, it's 2 and 1/2. So, anyways, I'm not going to bore you with all that, but I just thought it was something interesting. I'll spend even more time trying to bore you all with the old man's journey to journeyman. But like I said, I appreciate y'all listening. Y'all take care, and we'll see you on the next one.